Welcome back to my live event. Firstly, I want to use this opportunity to thank every single person who have dedicated their time. My apologies for that. Welcome back to my event. Firstly, I want to use this opportunity to thank every single one of my guests who have dedicated their time, who have dedicated their effort, and who has also offered the support and the time and the opportunity to be a guest on my podcast show and literally impact the lives of people around the world and also listeners around the world. I want to honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank every single one of you for that. Also, I want to use this opportunity to dedicate to other people who are actually taking their time to listen to the podcast show. My heart goes to every single one of you. And I want every single one of you to know that you all are the reason I am doing this today. Every single one of my guests mean a lot to me. And every single one of my listeners, you all mean a lot to me. And I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, want to sincerely thank every single one of you for the dedication you've had on the podcast as well. Firstly, I'm going to be trying my best to introduce myself. It has been a tough time. It has been a very, very huge journey in my life, and I'm trying my best to work on a lot of things. So you might not see some things later on in my podcast, some activities, but I am working on a lot of things. When the time comes, I get back on track and I try my best to push more harder and come back more stronger to try my best to make the world a better place and continue to do the work I'm brought on earth to do. And also, I'll be trying to using this opportunity to introduce myself as the podcast host. And also, I'm going to be bringing, as usual, 5 episodes I would like to discuss in this meeting, in this conversation we are having today, for you guys to actually enlighten and also learn more and also listen to. My name is Temitokwe Adegoke, and I am the podcast host of the School of Heritage. The School of Heritage podcast show is a self-improvement and a personal growth podcast show dedicated to self-improvement and healing. So it is a self-help, self-improvement podcast show that is dedicated to personal growth and healing. And this personal growth are ourselves, how we can improve our life, how we can heal trauma, how we can build ourselves, how we can learn from conflict, and how we can do a lot of things that will make the world a better place. We will also have the opportunity to listen to stories of people, stories of experts, stories of authors, stories of coaches, stories of professors. This every single episode has been embarked for every single listener out there for 20 to 30 minutes. So in 20 to 30 minutes, we are trying our best to have a conversation that will impact the life of a lot of listeners out there. Also, I am going to be literally going to 5 episodes I think I would like to discuss more on to also give more enlightenment on it for you guys to also try your best to check around and also try your best to listen to. The first episode I would like to speak about is Darkness to Light. That is the part of mental resilience. The part of mental resilience. This episode was from someone that is very, very impactful, Mrs. Samantha. And I have to be honest with every single person that I'm speaking to today. She's one of the best person I've actually tried my best to actually meet and encounter. She's the person as well who has faced relationship trauma. She's the person who faced abused, and she actually literally divorced her fiancé. And she's the person who have dedicated herself to be creative. We need to be creative, not to rely on the other side. She dedicates herself to be creative. She dedicates herself to be self-empowered, to do a lot of things that will impact the world we find ourselves. Women have a lot of embracing. They have this emotional touching in every activities they make. So every single activities they make goes with the sense of emotion that goes around it. And I want to let every single person understand that this episode deals with one beautiful thing, a personal story, and also made us understand how we can resolve some kind of situation we have on ground. Because no matter the collapse we have on earth, there is always a light in it. No matter how we are being insulted, there is always a light in it. No matter how people throw us away and take us as regards that we are nothing to them, there is always light in it. And that is what we literally need to try our best to understand, so we can try our best to become more better and live the world in a better way. Also, I spoke to Dr. K. Dr. K is someone that have dedicated herself to actually resolve something we call conflict. Conflict is everywhere. We face conflict everywhere. We face conflict in our homeland. We face conflict in every single position we find ourselves on earth. And she literally dedicated herself to try to make every single people understand the depth of conflict, because whether we like it or not, conflict will come our way. Whether we want to or we don't want to, we will fight people and people will fight us. That is the way the world is being programmed. We can't escape conflict. We can only try our best to navigate, be more wiser to deal with the situation. Because conflict, most of the time, when we want to deal with conflict more responsibly, we do it wisely. We know when to talk, we know when to not talk, we know when to keep quiet, and we know when to just continue to look and continue to just observe. We know when we can set the sense of argument and continue to bring things back and also help ourselves to become more better as well. These are the little features that we need to develop in ourselves to actually try our best to resolve conflict that always come our way. And a person called Dr. K literally take the time in 30 minutes to discuss about this. So if you want to know how you want to resolve conflict, how you can be more better in resolving conflict and also situations you have on board, it is a very good episode. You can also try your best and dedicate some of your time to listen to. Also, we also spoke about Buddhism. Buddhism is something that I feel like people really disregard. It is one of a philosophy that has gotten from the ancient time, and Mrs. Saul really brought some light into it. No matter how we are on earth, no matter how we want to build ourselves on earth, there is one thing that we literally need to just try our best to build, and is to build our sense of kindness and love towards people. If we are kind enough and we love enough and we also have the boundaries that goes by it, then we will be in a better position, a very better position to actually handle situations and also live a Lord whereby we have religion, we have philosophy, we are all, everything is everywhere. Religion is everywhere, philosophy is everywhere. We are always trying our best to continue to explore. And she really literally spoke about how some ancient and also Buddhist area actually help us, and also actually how it also evolved in time. There was something Mrs. Salt talked about that is so beautiful. She said, we are always in the present. We are not in the future. And people usually make that mistake. Every single thing we see around us are material things. Whether you have a mansion, whether you have a car, let us say the truth. Those who have mansion in the 80s, in the 70s, where is the mansion today? Where is the car today? They are now nothing. There was a person I was saying, a very rich person who has a big mansion and literally rich. The house is just there. Nobody is living there. Everything are just material things. What really counts is our humanity. Our humanity is the most important thing we literally want to try our best to protect. We want to protect that. And that is how Mrs. So really drives to the point of Buddhism and how we can also explore and also understand it better. She's not saying go into it. She's just giving some sense of enlightenment for you guys to understand what the perspective is all about. Also, I also took my time to speak with a very beautiful person, a very of my own, Mrs. Tamara. Mrs. Tamara is someone that has also faced a lot of trauma during a young age, and she is still healing. She is a woman who is still healing. You can now literally know how pain actually feels. Pain is mortal, trauma is mortal, and it takes a lot of time to heal. And that is where Mrs. Tamara really drive into. She drive into the point of how we can turn our soul, how we can make our soul so strong to the point that there is no one who will be willing to shake that thing. We have the two physical parts. We do know that we have the spiritual part and we have the physical part. If the spiritual part is strong enough to beat every single thing that comes by his way, then we are in a good position to actually beat every single thing that also come our way. And that is the beauty of the sense of the soul. The soul needs to gym. The soul is just like going to the gym. When you go to gym, what happens? You get tired, you sweat, you feel the pain. Likewise, when the soul wants to grow and improve, you feel the pain. And Mrs. Tamara felt the pain. She brought it out to every single one of us to try our best to learn one or two things from, and we can use that to actually improve our life and also make ourselves a better person in the coming future. Lastly, I'll be speaking about a very, very inspiring person, Mrs. Tanya. Mrs. Tanya is a person, she's a woman. And as a woman, you'd all do know that I do not have a mother, but I do know that as a woman who literally lost a son that she really loves, a son that she show compassion, love, embrace, see as her own, gone. It literally means a lot. It means a lot. And this really changed Mrs. Tanya. This actually improved her to become someone more better, someone that comes with a sense of humanity, someone that created something out of it. Do you see how beautiful it is? Sometimes, if we do not face pain, sometimes if we do not face some kind of hardship, sometimes we will be find it difficult to actually become more better and also grow. So it will come. And she actually dealt with it more responsibly. And now she's doing well. And I literally hope wish her the best. If you want to learn more on how we can take care of grief, how we can use grief as a source of strength, I do know we have spoke about this a lot in a lot of episodes, but this is a new person, a person who has a new experience, and you will try your best and also dedicate yourself and also make sure you learn one or two things in 30 minutes. Also, I want to use this opportunity to thank every single person again who have spent the time and dedicate them time. And also, please and please, if you have any question you would like to ask regarding I as the podcast host or the podcast show as well, I am pleading with the whole of my heart that you guys to please ask. When you ask, that is when I will also know where I can deal with situations, and that is how I will also know how I can make things work for every single person I find around me. Please let us ask questions and let us show love within one another. And also, observation for the week. In this life, there is one thing I just saw, and I think in this life, for us to be more wiser, we will face pain. If you are kneeling down right at the front of your God or the God you are serving or whatever God you are serving that you know that you believe in, and you are saying, give me wisdom, make me to have the sense of enlightenment, just like people who are tremendously successful have, be ready to face the triumph that comes by it, because situations will come and it will come and eat you seriously. But if you hold spiritually and you are patient enough, you will win the situation and you will come out of it successfully, because God has given you the sense of the wisdom to handle such situation. So when you want to be more wiser, the pain will come, and use that to also become more better and grow. We should have the sense of belief, we should have the sense of strength, and we should live a life of creativity, honor, and love. I do love my children. My children are over there now, and I really, really gonna miss them. But I'm in another location now. It's still in my country here in Nigeria, though. But I am actually furthering my life and also seeing how I can make the podcast a better one, and also the community at large. I now realize that the community really matters. The community at large, a better place. Thank you so much. See you next Sunday. Cheers and bye bye.